I don't know why that one works so well. All right, you guys. I'm here. Had to go to a different platform. So now we got the little duck up in the corner. That's what that means, StreamYard. I hooked in a new streaming. I'm working on a different couple streaming platforms. And I guess since I linked my one to OBS, now it just I got to figure that one out. But we're gonna stick with StreamYard and the duck. I don't mind the duck. Here, let me adjust these lights. This one's blinding me. Gosh, the things I do. That's a little better. So, all right, let's see. We got people tuning. We got one tuned in. I know who that person is. We had other couple people, but we probably lost them just because. Just because. Oh no! Oh, come back. There we go. Let me reply. It won't even let me do that. All right, so I think we're back. We got two people watching now. Oh, it's been a long week, guys. I've been working so much, and I mean, I'm dying. I'm dying, but I'm glad you guys are here. Let's see. I don't know. I'm kind of winging it today, guys. It's been a long week. I've been tired. What's going on, Chris? What are you up to? Where are you from, Chris? Where are you from? What are you fishing? But it's just been a long week, so I haven't really. Oh, hang on. I think I've paused my stream. There we go. But yeah, it's been a long week, so I haven't really had a chance to think of a topic. But the good news is we got the Bassmaster Open coming up here on the James River, and I think it's like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that. I think it's 4 weeks. Right at 4 weeks. But yeah, so I figured I need to get on the water and fish a tournament. And so next weekend we're heading to Bugs Island, Richmond TBF Region 7. Region 7. Right on. I'm Region 8, as you probably know. And are you going to be at Bugs Island next weekend or 2 weeks from now? Because that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about what I plan on doing there or what the conditions may be. Yeah, Avery, you need to tell them we're going to be talking about Bugs Island because that's what we're going to be talking about. And I haven't been there, so I have no clue what to expect. I know Avery's in this chat here, and we're going to be heading out there on Friday next week. And we've kind of talked out a game plan. We don't really know. I haven't been to Bugs Island since last spring. I don't really fish there a lot. I'll fish there in the springtime. I'll fish there in the spawn, or the shad spawn. That's always good. Bass Bandits. Okay. But so I don't really know what to expect there. I don't know how I'm just trying to figure out, most of the time when I'm going to go to a lake, I'm just going to try to do what I can to figure out once I get on the water, then I can really get a lay of the land, especially once I see kind of what it's like, see what the water temp is. We all know the dogwoods are blooming. I'm seeing blooms. I'm seeing pollen. Those bass have got to be getting shallow. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that they're going to be shallow. I know they can be caught shallow year round, but it's going to be an interesting tournament. It's just that funky time of year. You got that transition. I don't really know what to expect. What are you going to be fishing it, Chris? I asked you a question. If you're going to be fishing it, let me know what you're thinking. If anyone else watching has any questions or is fishing a tournament on Bugs Island here in the next couple weeks, which I believe there's at least 4 that I know of that are going to be going. I mean, we're going out in North Bend, and I know there's at least 2 other tournaments that are going out of North Bend. And so besides ours, so it's gonna be there's one ramp. I mean, it's really like, and you can maybe get two boats on that ramp. I know there's a ramp on the other side, but I'll probably just put in at a different ramp and drive on over. That's what I'm thinking, Avery. If you're still here listening, I'm thinking we put in somewhere else close by. I mean, we're staying at Bluestone, so then we'll just drive on over there. We could just drive from Bluestone. I don't mind driving at night like that, but the water is low. Water is low. Water's low. Last person I talked to said the water is low. I know we've gotten some rain, but that rain isn't enough, I don't think, to do anything. Actually, I can pull up right here. Let me check. Water level, Bugs Island. Tonnage Kerr water level. I believe. Oh, okay. So I guess they pulled it. Oh, yeah, they definitely pulled up. Because the other day when I was talking to somebody had asked me questions about how to fish Bugs Island, because they had a tournament there last week. And I guess it was the BFL. And I always get people that hit me up whenever there's a tournament coming in town on one of the waters that I typically fish. But he was telling me it was like 280 something. Well, now I'm reading this and it says water level is 301. That's full pool. Level is it's above full pool. So that means they've held in a lot of water from the past couple of rains, because usually they do that when it's spawning season. They like to raise that water, so that's good. That's a good sign, Avery. I like looking at that water level. Yeah, above 300. Yeah, Bluestone is a long ride. We could just put in at Eastland. I've done that and just drive around the bend. I believe I did that last time. Put in at Eastland and then just drove on over. But I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get down there. But Avery, yeah, that water level is 301.68. That's almost 2 feet above full pool. So bushes are going to be into play. This is going to be good. This is going to be fun. Yeah, I'll be fishing the bushes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking with it being like that, and this warming trend we got, I think it's gonna be good. I'm hoping, throwing spinner baits. Maybe a top water. Maybe a top water. I don't know. But I'm thinking throwing spinner baits, chatter baits, square bills, flipping. If they're gonna be in the bushes, it's gonna be fun. Because my original thought was, when I heard the water level was as low as someone was telling me last week, I was thinking jerk baits, swim baits, especially because it was still cold. And I don't think that water temps it's not even in the 60s there. I guarantee that. I bet it's still probably 55 degrees. Warm and trend could be great. Yeah. I'm thinking, excuse me. I had some Stella's for dinner. So I got some salmon, and then I had some chocolate cake. And I'm out of water. I wish I could just yell to the wife to bring me water, but she's asleep. No, with a warming trend, I think it's going to be good. If there's a topwater bite, especially, throw in a whopper plopper, a fluke. But if it's up in the bushes, still though, like 301 isn't that high. I think 302 or so used to be the regular lake level. I think they've dropped it to 300 over the course of past 10 years. Grassy been good in the past for me. Yeah, I had talked to Avery about Grassy and stuff. I was like, well, maybe we'll check the main lake and then run to Grassy. Grassy's just, it's a good area. I don't fish it a lot. I've only fished it twice. Well, and I fished it in 2 different tournaments a couple times, but I'm usually a main lake guy. I like Rudd's a lot too, though. But the main thing is, I think when the water, I like the water level at like 304, 305, because I just think since they've kept the water level at 300 instead of 302 like it used to be, there's really not as much in the water as there used to be. But yeah, 300 is full. It used to be 302, I believe, Avery. I believe they dropped it to 300 for, they just want to keep it at 300. But I don't know. I like it when there's more stuff in the water. I still think at 302 there's not a lot in the water, But if you can find the right bushes, and that's what I'm thinking I'm going to have to go do for this tournament. I think I'm going to have to, well, this is what we're all going to do. We're all going to go run around and look for the right areas that got good bushes in the water. But it also just depends on the water temperature too, how many fish are up. Because usually if they're up, you're going to be able to see them sometimes roaming. I know a couple areas where it's clear enough where I've seen them roaming and get up shallow, but they'll also sit in the middle of those pockets. And that's why I was thinking like a jerk bait or something. So I'm sure some people will be doing a little active target live scoping. I know I'm going to check it and see if I'm going to keep it honest, but I don't think that'll be the major player, especially when the water level gets up like that. And it could get higher because we're supposed to get a lot of rain tonight and tomorrow. So, I mean, that rain could definitely play in effect. And if they just keep letting the water rise, I don't know what next week looks like either. But yeah, we're going to pre-fish. Me and Avery, we're going to go Friday. So I'll get there Friday morning and we'll pre-fish just Friday, just one day. I don't hardcore pre-fish for these anymore. I used to go out there for 2 days prior, but I mean, gas prices and other things. I think one day is enough. I mean, especially this time of year, it's just getting on something. Just got to get a couple bites doing a couple different things and then be able to run that during the tournament, and just always going to have to be able to make adjustments on the fly. I was thinking, maybe even throwing a jig and things like that down there. But I mean, with it being shallow, it could be fun just being able to beat the bank. If I can just cover water, I'm hoping that'll be the case. But I mean, I think last year, Avery, when we were out there, the bite was a little slow. But then remember, like right as that storm came in and later in the day, like last 40 minutes of the tournament, it was like boom, 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 boom. We started getting bites. And I really think we missed that prime time there because like they weren't really shallow yet when we were there. They were more deep on that deeper stuff. But then like at the end of the day, after that, all that warm weather, it was like last hour, it was just like every bush or every area you cast it to, we got bit. And so I'm hoping, I have a feeling, this is probably going to still be kind of similar with the water temps. I still think, let's see, I still think we're going to be a little early. I have caught post-spawn bass there in early April, I think it was. I got a video on here. I mean, I look at these videos when I post them sometimes for date references, but sometimes I don't always post them like the same day I shoot them. So, let's see. Are you going to pre-fish, Chris? Let's see. GGW. Little Beaver Pond and grassy near Longwood warms up fast and good in the past in March. Little Beaver Pond. I guess that's an area in Grassy. Like I said, I don't know Bugs Island super. I know the main lake very well, but like Grassy, I never fished it because everyone talked about it. So I always try to stay away from areas people always talk about. But after I checked it out, I think it's pretty good. Okay, Friday also. Yeah, I think it's just, I mean, it's just better go up there and pre-fish at least one day. I don't want to go in blind and be running around trying to figure it out all during the tournament. But yeah, I mean, the main thing is look for that warm water. Like he says, like GGW says, Grassy. I figured Grassy would warm up. There's a couple other way back areas too. I mean, I think it's way back in Rudd's. And then the next one up from Rudd's, they have a nice big backwater area. It like goes, I don't know, you guys know, it goes like under a bridge. And then you can go back in there, but you can get way back in there and find some good bushes and stuff. Got to be careful if you're going to run across that open flat because there are logs that stick up in there. I have gone way up the river before, but and had some success, but I know it gets kind of sketchy way up there, and I'm not trying to burn $400 worth of gas. Butchers. Butchers that okay, the next one up past Rudd's on the one that's got they got a roadbed back there too, I think. But I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of times too tournaments get won around Nutbush this time of year. Maybe later in the year once the bluegill start spawning up that way though, more Nutbush. when you start fishing those bluegill beds. But with it being in the bushes, I mean, I got some nice little areas that I like to fish. Rudd's, yep. Um, Rudd's has some good bushes and some good points and stuff like that as well. So it's going to be interesting. If there's a lot, if I'm seeing a lot of activity, it could be good. I don't know if any of you guys ever burn a fluke like through the bushes, a good weightless fluke, skipping it back through those bushes and just reeling it out and skipping it as fast as you can back out can trigger some of those fish to get way back in those areas. But it just depends on, I mean, those way back areas can be good, but if they're planning, I don't see them drop in the water, especially this time of year. They keep it up just so the bass can have a good spawn. So I think we'll be good. I think we'll have stable conditions on the water level. And I think the weather looks great. Like, I mean, I'm going this week. Well, I'm going fishing this weekend. Avery, I almost was thinking about going to Bugs Island this weekend. Let me know what you think about that. I need to go practice on the James River for the Bassmaster Open. So I'm thinking I'm going to go to the Chickahominy on Saturday. Wife is working all day, so I'm free to go. Well, she tells me to go practice. She's always asking, when are you going to start practicing? So I guess that's a good wife right there. So I'm not going to complain. So I think I'll hit the Chickahominy this week. It's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be what, 80 degrees this weekend, or like 76. So that water at Bugs is going to warm up. And actually, let me check. Let me get on here and check the weather at, I guess, any of you guys, what's a town by Bugs Island? Weather.com. I guess I could just check up Henderson or Clarksville. I usually do Clarksville, Virginia. Yeah. Let's get that. Let's check this weather for the whole. Let's do the 10-day forecast. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Do you plan on trying to qualify for a certain tournament series? Yeah, I'm trying to qualify for the Bassmaster Elites through the Bassmaster Opens. Also, I fished the TBF for the Living the Dream package, the national championship. Been there twice. Come very close this last time I went there. And that way, you know, that's a good payday, and you can qualify for the Pro Tour through that, or I guess it's now the MLF Pro Tour. You get a spot on the Pro Tour. It is the Pro. You got Bass Pro Tour, and then you just have the Pro Tour. So you get a spot on the Pro Tour. So this tournament here on Bugs, that's what that is for. That is to qualify for the next semi-national. And I think the weird thing is, like last year we fished that semi-national, and some people were complaining because they're like, I don't like to pay to play. And I guess it sounded like they were saying you didn't even need to qualify for it. When COVID hit, I know they had a lot of exemptions on letting people qualify. But I mean, if I could just pay to fish the semi-national, I'd almost do that. But I like fishing these tournaments. I mean, you're not going to be winning a ton of money, but the chances of going to the national championship, the semi-national, there you can start winning money, and it gives you the spot for all that. Because I mean, when I did the first national championship, I won our district, finished in the top 7, fished the final day, but you automatically get a berth to BFL All-American. So I got to fish the TBF National Championship. I think that's the right way. Yeah. So I won that one, but then if you win your division, you get to go to the BFL All-American, and that was pretty cool, man. BFL All-American was really cool. The way they do it there and the way they had it all set up. So that's what's cool about the TBF. I think it's worth fishing. I mean, you're not going to fish the TBF to go and win a bunch of money. You're going to fish the TBF to be able to progress in the sport. You're working towards something. You know, most of these tournaments, like these weekend tournaments, they're fun to do, fun to pay to play, to go fish, maybe win some money, but most of them don't get you anywhere. So if you're looking at trying to do a career, which is what I'm trying to do, build a career in this industry and get ahead and go fish the Bassmaster Elites. Like I did the Toyota series, the first year I fished the Toyota series because one, they did multiple divisions. Remember that when they first did the merger with MLF? And so I was able to fish. They were $100 cheaper each, but also they had a division that was closer to my house. I didn't have to drive to New York or anything like that. All I had to do was go to North Carolina, South Carolina, and then, where was the other one? I don't even know where the third one was. Lake Norman, Lake Hartwell. I don't even know where the other one. Oh, Potomac. But at least this year on the Bassmaster Opens, we got the James River. We got Chesapeake Bay. Never been there, so that's going to be interesting. Chesapeake Bay is Maryland? And then we got one in New York. And trust me, I'll drive to New York anytime to go catch smallmouth. That is a lot of fun. But back to the weather. Yeah, the weather's looking all right. Like the rest of this week's looking good because I'm paying attention to the daytime, but I'm paying attention to those nighttime temperatures. And it looks like Wednesday of next week we have a warm rain. It's going to be, it's basically going to be in the 60s to mid 70s, 77 on Saturday, 72 Tuesday, but then it's going to be 68, but it's going to be a high of 58 at night in a rain. So that rain could be warm up that water a little more. Then 71, but then it kind of cools off. Friday is going to be 64, a low of 44, and then Saturday is going to be a high of 68, but it's going to be mostly sunny Saturday. So those fish should be pulling up there shallow. And that's what I'm hoping for on the James River. I was watching a video. Someone was fishing the other day somewhere around on the river, and they caught some bass that were peeing. So that's a good sign. Yeah, the gas price is going to be brutal, man. I'm already thinking about like the James River, making the run from Osborne to the Chickahominy. The good thing is I'm gotten pretty good to the point where I can catch fish running all the way down and then running all the way back. But I'm hoping it might inhibit a bunch of people from making that run to the Chickahominy or down to Chip Oaks, but I doubt it. I mean, most of these people are going to be fishing they're going to be fishing everything on that open. I mean, there's going to be people in Grays, Powhatan, Powell, Heron, Wards, up by Osborne, Chickahominy, all those places. So, but I don't think I'm going to let it affect me too much. I think it's going to affect my practice because I live an hour. I just moved a little further away from the James River and the Chickahominy. So everything that used to be like 55 minutes for me or 40 minutes is now about an hour and 10. And so now I'm thinking when I practice, I think I'm going to camp. I'm thinking I'm going to go camp at like Chickahominy Riverfront because that's just a good midway point. I think I might camp there for practice for that whole week and then stay at my house during the tournament. That way, when I'm practicing, I'm not driving my truck all the way down there and back. Yeah, it's a 70-mile run. It takes an hour and 10 minutes to run from Osborne all the way up to the dam on the Chickahominy. I grew up fishing bugs, but live in Greensboro. I haven't made the trip as much the last few years, mostly fish. Randleman Falls, Jordan. Ooh, yeah, I want to go to Falls and Jordan so bad. And Sharon Harris, I believe it is. I know me and Avery been talking about it, and my other buddy Shane, we've talked about it. Like after MLF went there 2 years ago or 3 years ago now. Like, and I drive over Falls Lake all the time, just when I'm driving tournaments out that direction. And Falls looks really good. I've thought about taking some trips there, but it gets hard to sometimes make trips, especially when you got some good fisheries here in Virginia. And the only time I really have to like fun fish throughout the season is really the wintertime. So I got some good places around here, and it's hard to go anywhere else. We got about 8 viewers. That's pretty cool. I don't know if any of these guys watching, if they fish bugs or have any questions on bugs, or if they could give me some advice on bugs, because I don't know a ton about bugs. I mean, I got rock piles and points and things like that for summer and late time fishing, but other than that, if it gets shallow, I mean, I guess just flip bushes. I know big bags get caught up the river, and I've never caught big ones up the river. I've only been up there a couple times, but it gets kind of sketchy. Like I got up there dirt shallow. Those when you get all I need some water. But when you get all the way up there, like when you get way up the river, you start getting that flat and you get a bunch of those big, you get like full size trees that are like just in the middle of those flats. And it almost reminds me of the Elk River when I was at Grand Lake. And if you've ever seen the Edwin Evers classic win, that's what he was basically doing way up the Elk River. Those big, just sandbar flats that are just, I mean, literally like 2 foot deep, but they just have these big trees laid down. That's what he was fishing. And that looks good up the river, but I don't know if you can get to a lot of that in a bigger bass boat. Sharon Harris is okay, but I went downhill last 3 years since they killed all the hydro. Oh man, I can't stand that, killing the grass. I know the good thing is we don't have to worry about that too much here on the James River. We got plenty of grass in the Chickahominy and stuff, but no one's out there trying to kill it, which is good. River not too bad, above 300. Stay left going into. Yep, I stay on that left side, and then yep, and all that stuff on that right side looks good, but it's like, can you get to it? I made this stream so fast. TH Juice episode 4. I'm gonna have to re-edit a lot of stuff on this one, but that's okay. Chris, what are you gonna be flipping in the grass or in the bushes? What are you gonna be fishing with? If you're still there. I know I had my buddy, he's got a tournament. I guess he's fishing. I think he does the ABA, my buddy Andy, and he might be on. He might be here watching too. He's got a tournament going out in North Bend the same day as well. And he asked me, he texted me the other day, said, top 5 baits, go. And I think I said, what did I say? Let's see. What did I send to him? Because knowing what the water level is now, I might have to adjust my response to him. Be a nice guy. Make sure I give him good information. What did I say? Top 5 bait. I said I'd have a swim bait, a jerk bait, a crankbait, a jig, and a chatterbait on, and maybe a wobblehead. Well, with the water level now, I don't. I catch them with a wobblehead in that shallow water, but I don't think I'll be playing with that. I think I'm still gonna be doing the crankbait, jig, chatterbait, spinnerbait. Yep, that might be it. Maybe a fluke. Maybe a topwater. I don't think the topwater is gonna play yet. Creature bait, 3/16 ounce, not pegged. Okay, hang on. You said creature bait. What kind of creature bait? Like the creature bait? Like the creature bait I like to throw? Stupid Thoughts. Love your video. Thanks, man. Thanks. That's awesome. I like that video on Lake Anna too. That was a big bass. Oh, the breakdown was good. I did see, like, when I make these videos, you know, I'm not trying to spout off bull crap. But like most of those videos, I do them after I've been out there, you know, like when I did that Lake Anna, I think I had spent almost 4 or 5 days out there. So I watched the transition go through, and I spent the time out there the week before that as well. So I spent a lot of time out there before I make these videos. I'm just not like going through these videos and just making them and saying, oh, this is what, you know, typically fish do. I just go by what I see and what I've experienced. So when I'm talking, like, I think I did a lake breakdown of Bugs Island. I've done a couple, but around this time of year, and that was the same thing. Like if you watch all those shad spawn videos or all those videos on Bugs Island, that was literally in a month stretch, like, of fishing. So when I did that breakdown, that was what I came to my conclusion throughout the whole time of watching everything go down and being out there. So I appreciate you watching the videos, man. It's awesome. That's why I put them out there. And because I like to talk fishing. Let's see, creature bait. Wish it was a little later. Buzz bait would definitely be in my hand. Probably throw a jackhammer a lot also. Telling you, buzzbait can still play, dude, even when the water's cold. If usually the buzzbait is like the first top water to go to. The first top water they will really bite, I should say, over like a whopper plopper and thing, or a sexy dog, a pop, things like that. For some reason, that buzzbait, like I think it's the fact that the actual lure rides under the surface or under the water, doesn't really sit on top, the actual skirt and body, but they will hit that, early cold water temps like 55 and up. There's one video where some guy won a tournament throwing a buzzbait in the snow. Granted, it had been really warm leading up to that, and it was just a freak snowstorm that came through. But I mean, if you watch Lake Cumberland, you were able to catch them on a top water, and that was December. But that's because of what? That's because of the forward-facing sonar, active target live scope. That's what that allows, being able to target high riding fish year round with a top water. You'll get bites even when the water temp's 40 something degrees. Let's see. Clacker gets 8 early. Yeah, I never throw him with a clacker. Avery, though, my buddy who's on here in the chat with you guys, he likes to throw all those clackers. What's that? What's that one you got? Is that the Zach Burge one you throw, Avery, or is that the James Watson one? No, I can't remember which one he throws. If any of you guys know, I think it's Zach Burge and what did I say? James Watson. I think they got a couple different buzz baits or something, and they got that clacking and that noise and that extra. Yeah, I just stick with a simple one. I like throwing I've always thrown the War Eagle ones with a toad, black or white. That's all Avery's got to say about that. Yep. I'm not trying to give up your juice, man. Zach Burge. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited to actually like get back in the tournament like zone. I was gonna do like red light in the back because it was like game time, But no, I'm excited. I gotta do some work on the boat, Avery. By work, I mean just put in some oil. She's ready. After last week, I ran her. She ran good. She was running great. Everything was working good. I caught 40 pound. I caught probably a 40-pound bag of catfish on that A-rig, and I mean they demolished it. You don't remember the brand? Yeah. But no, yeah. So I'm excited. I'm ready to get back in the swing of things. Like I've been saying it for a minute now. Spawn clackers deal. Avery knows. That's right. I've been saying it for a minute now. I was like, man, I need to go fish a tournament, especially just because with the Bassmaster Open, I don't want the Bassmaster Open to be my first tournament of the season. Like, I need to get in one like now. Like, I would like to go fish one this weekend. I just don't know where one is, but I think it'd be better to do more exploratory stuff this weekend instead of fishing a tournament. How many boats do you think will be at this tournament? I don't know. I'm thinking. I mean, last time we did this, I'm going to like my stream just to give it a like. Hey, guys, if you want to just go ahead and click on the like button, that would be great. No, but, oh, man, where was I going with that? Oh, I got distracted because I saw the like button. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. No, I just didn't want the Bassmaster Open to be the first tournament. But I definitely want to get in the swing of things because it's definitely a different. It's an all or nothing thing. Like when I first started the tournament fishing, like I had a lot of success, but I was working so hard. Last year I focused more on the 2 years ago I focused more on I focused hard on the Toyota Series and all that. And I did great. I had the TBF National Championship. I had the Toyota Series Championship. I had the BFL All-American. And then, next year I qualified, won the semi-national. But then I focused mainly on the Bassmaster Opens last year. And that was really all the tournaments I fished. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I fished enough. And it takes a lot of work. I mean, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of effort. It's all or nothing. So this year we're going all or nothing. So I think I'm going to fish a lot more tournaments, whatever the pocketbook will allow, I guess. But I really want to do some BFLs. I mean, I think some BFLs would be cool. Do a couple BFLs around here. Maybe some of the Shenandoah or the Piedmont division. But problem is those tournaments are all like stacked up on each other, and they keep going bodies of water. Like, I want to go to new places. Like, since I've been doing the Opens or the Toyota Series, I love going to new places. I like going to places I haven't been. I'm fishing the Northerns. I'm fishing the Northern Opens. I'd like to do all 9, but that's a $40,000. That's a $40,000 investment to do all 9. If you're going to do it right, you can pay your whatever the entry fees are. I think like to do all 9's like $18,000. But you basically, if you're going to be fishing tournaments like that, you got to take what the entry fee is and double it. And that's what you're going to spend between hotels, gas, and that's not even counting tackle. I mean, traveling to do those tournaments, you're going out there for a week. So you're getting a hotel, which is going to be $700, $800. Now with gas, you're going to be spending $600, $800 just to travel there in your truck, depending upon how far you're going. But typically you're going to be spending probably $300 in gas in your truck just to get there. Then you're going to be putting in, depending upon where you're fishing, how far you're running, you're going to be going, you could be up to $600, $700 in gas throughout a tournament, easy between practice. So, I mean, you're looking at so much money. Go Brandon, right? A lot of other things I'd like to say right now about him, but yeah, I can't say all that. Toter is very loud. Who makes a toad toter? Oh, which reminds me, Avery, I gotta get some of those. What are those things called again? What crankbait is that? I totally can't remember. I'm drawing a brain fart. I gotta look at your text message. Oh, what's it called? Oh yeah, I gotta get some of those. Greenfish tackle. The hybrid hunter. I'm gonna check that out. You're killing me, Avery. I'm not supposed to be ordering tackle. But we're going there right now, guys. I'm gonna order some tackle. We're gonna get any ideas of what I should get, guys? Try to get for Bugs Island. What should I buy while I'm on this site? Right now I'm looking up the hybrid hunter. It's slow wobbly crankbait. They're sold out of the oyster. I guess that's a good color. Okay, so they have a regular size Blacks custom lures. Don't order that. Oh, I'm gonna order. Well, so they got a regular size, I guess, on the hybrid hunter, and then they got a hunter junior. I don't think I'm gonna go with a hunter junior. That could be good though. And the hunter junior, depending upon how small that is, Avery, that could be good when they're really keying in on small bait. And I'll tell you this: the other day I told you I saw clouds of bait, probably the size of this room, and all the bait was like this big, but it was up shallow. It was right there at Rockahawk Landing, right on the other side of the dock from the boat ramp. Just a whole cloud of bait, like that big, but I didn't see any fish swimming around it. But the junior could be good for that. How much are these things? Let me click on one. Oh, $8.99. That's not bad. $8.99. You know I got to get my chartreuse black back. I'll get 2 of those. And I guess I'll get a crawl. Okay, all right, guys. Here's a little lesson for anyone that's watching. Here's a little tip for picking out colors to use. You don't need 1,000 colors, okay? I'm gonna pick them up. I'm gonna show you. Or I'm gonna tell you because I can't share my screen right here. All right, we're gonna go chartreuse black back. Okay, that's one color you're gonna need. You always need chartreuse black back. You got to realize chartreuse and black to a fish is white. Chartreuse to a fish is white. It's just very bright. Fish aren't going to see chartreuse. It's going to glow. So you're going to have that white side and that white side and the black back. So when it rotates, they're just seeing white black. It's just like a strobe. Look at it like a strobe light. So they're going to see that very bright chartreuse. People are like, how are you catching bass on a chartreuse, crankbait on Smith Mountain Lake, crystal clear water? I'm like, well, that's because it's white. They're not seeing chartreuse. Same with that fluorescent red. It's going to show up white just about. It might have a little different hue to it. Bass are seeing tones. Let's see, big blade chat. Yeah, the big blade chatterbait. Are those available? Like, I've been trying to get one for the past 2-3 years since Brian Thrift's been throwing that thing. I don't even know where to get them. All right, so we're going to go chartreuse blackback. All right, and then I'm going to get a crawl color. We're going to go, I like that one. We'll get 2 of those. All right, now here's where it starts getting tricky when you start getting into your shad colors, okay? You either are going to want to get something that's a little more translucent for clear water. You're definitely going to want that. Translucent for clear water is definitely a big deal. But like I said, all you're going to need are your chartreuse, your whites, your black and blues, your green pumpkins, and your crawl. Those are the 5 colors you need. You don't need all these different colors because they're not going to make a difference. I don't think the bass going to be able to tell the difference between a clear and purple back or a clear and blue back. This looks like this chrome blue back, Avery. They got a chrome and blue back, guys. Blue back heron, Bugs Island. Chrome works very good there, especially in the fall on Bugs Island, throwing those giant. I won that semi-national 2 years ago. I don't know if you fished that, Chris. That's how I basically figured out my pattern for the week, and I won that tournament. Was big pencil popper, and not like a one for bass. One like this for stripers. It's who makes it? Cordell, I think it's a green box. Big pencil popper, chrome and blue back, and just thrashing that on the surface. And I mean, they were crushing it. I caught 2 on it, and I did catch a couple on the Lucky Craft pencil popper. My wife now, she was the one that bought it for me. She usually buys me something random before I go to a tournament. She actually calls one of my buddies and asks him what he thinks. She bought me that lure, and I started throwing that the first day of practice and caught a couple. And I said, you know what? I said, let me throw the bigger one. I went and I tied on that bigger one, demolished them. I mean, I caught 2 at a time. I think I have a picture on Facebook. I caught a 4.5 and a 3.5 on one cast. Let's see. Yes, Tackle Warehouse has them. I'm going to have to get those in here. So I would rather buy that over the Hybrid Hunter. But I am going to buy at least a chartreuse black back. I'm going to buy a chrome. I like that oyster, but they got the oyster. They're just out of the junior. What's the difference in the size, Avery? It doesn't even say here. I'll do 2. I'm gonna add that to cart. I'm gonna add that to the cart. All right, we're at $53. All right, let's see. We got to get the big blade chatterbait. Who makes it? It's Z-Man, right? What's it called? Big blade chatterbait? Okay, they got him. Dude. Oh, man. You know what that big blade's got me thinking about, Avery? I'm not going to say it, but you know what that big blade chatterbait's got me thinking about. Yeah, I watched all the videos of the hybrid hunter, Todd Kyle. Yeah, he came out with that like 3-4 years ago. He did that. He did a TV show with Greg Hackney on with Strike King and Pro Bass or whatever. 2.5. 2.5. Then how big is the big one? Because a 2.5 square bill is a pretty big square bill. So is the hybrid hunter like a 4-inch? Like the regular size? I don't know. I'm looking at these giant chatterbaits now. Now I'm excited. 4.0. Okay, 4 inches. That's big. I mean, I catch a lot of fish on the 4.0 square bills. Regular size hybrid hunter is large. Oh, I don't know if I want to go that big. If I'm going to go that big, I'm just going to throw the. That's why the other ones were sold out. Got someone here. Tom Griss, 3.5. 3.5 from Tom. I'm looking at these. Now I'm wondering with these bigger blades, do I need to go with a heavier? Yep, I was gonna say like heavier head. Smallest head they got is a 1/2 ounce. I typically that's the only size I throw is a 1/2 ounce. I've caught some on some 3/4, slow rolling it out there at Bugs Island, like in 20 foot of water on a chatterbait. Should I go? Anybody who throws the big? Who here throws that big blade? Who has thrown the big blade chatterbait? You think I should go with a 1/2 ounce or the 5/8? I don't think I need the 3/4 unless I'm fishing a little deeper. So I have both hybrids. Get the junior ones. Okay. Let me go back to my cart. You just saved me $53. All right. Hybrid hunter. That's why I still don't like buying tackle. I don't like buying new tackle online. I'll buy stuff that I've used forever and ever. When it comes to buying new stuff, I like to see it before I buy it. It's like buying a fishing rod. I can buy Loomis's that I fish with online, a G Loomis, but like if I'm trying to find something better, or not better, but cheaper, but still quality, I have to go feel the rod. So the 2.5, so 5/8. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking with that heavier or that bigger blade, I'm gonna want a 5/8 because I already throw a 1/2 ounce for everything on my chatterbaits, like no matter how shallow I'm fishing. So I figure 5/8 would do good. So all the juniors are sold out. March 23rd. Okay. Damn it. So I can't get that one. I can get that guy. Let's see here. Dick's Sporting Goods here has the big chatters. Yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods, like the ones by our house, man. The one over here, they just don't carry. They stopped carrying hunting clothes. They used to have guns and stuff, hunting clothes. Now they don't even have that. And but they got fishing gear, and a lot of times you can find that random stuff there. And I went there the other day or into last year, and they had tons of jackhammers, the fire crawls. I bought 4 of them. I've still never thrown them. I got some of those. I just don't have the confidence in it. I don't know why. It's the same aspect as throwing a white or a chartreuse, but I just don't do it. But I could check out my Dick's Sporting Goods because they might have something like that. I got to figure out which hybrid hunter to get. I like that one. I think that'll do it. That'll do what I'm looking for. This one's like a white and like a teal. It's like all white, but it's got like teal camo on it. The Sweet Shad. I wish I could just get a white, but the white is sold out and the shard. Of course, my favorite colors are sold out. There's a reason why they're my favorite colors. See, been throwing fire crawl last month. Nothing. Yeah, I don't even throw jackhammers. I don't spend money on jackhammers. I catch more on just the regular chatterbaits or the elites. I like the elite ones. I like that longer. They got a longer shank hook. I like that about them. But the jackhammers, that's just a way to make sales for them. They don't catch any more fish. They run too clean, maybe. I don't like them running clean. I like them doing random stuff. I slow roll a chatterbait and then I'll burn it in really shallow water. I'm not excited about wasting money on this. I'm talking about the hybrid hunter. I'm going to buy that jackhammer though. I guess I can go with this color. That'll be fine. 2 of that one. 2 of that one. I don't know. This sweet shad looks pretty good. It almost looks like a rainbow trout color. It's got like the white, but then it's got the pink down the side, and then like the gray top back. I think that'd be good enough. I'd like the oyster. I don't know, man. But Avery, think about that hybrid hunter coming across or near a fish's bed, especially a big female on it. If you had the bigger one, have thrown that bigger hybrid hunter, like big baits like that, really get those big fish fired up. The hybrid hunter is supposed to be especially good for grass. Not so sure if bugs I would use. Dude, I think it'd be good around all those bushes, man. Banging in all that stuff, just like a square bill. But I think like because it's almost like you can have a slower retrieve, I think, from what I remember how they fished it. I only have one. I never fished it. The green gizzard shit looks good. All right, well, we'll just stick with that one. We're just going to get the chartreuse perch, and then we're going to get the fire crawl. And should I get the Strike King? The Smooth is what it's called. It's white. It should work. I'll critique this afterwards, but let me get that big blade. Big blade chatterbait going. Now, what color do you throw on that chatterbait? The only color I throw white and chartreuse, and green pumpkin. I know a lot of people like to talk about black and blue, but I don't like to throw black and blue on a chatterbait. I know it catches them. I've just never had to resort to that. 4.0 or 8.0. What do you mean 8.0? Like 8 inches? Yeah, and white. White's always a good color. Big blade chatterbait. I got a white one here, 5/8. Dude, it's a chatterbait. I got to get 3 of that one at least. Ooh, but that's like the off-white. Here's a solid white. So maybe I'll just go 2. I don't want to spend too much. Do 2 and 2 of that. Then we'll get 2 of these. I'm looking at this blade color. Let's see. Ooh, I got to get green pumpkin. I can't not. So maybe I'll get 2 of that. And get rid of these. I don't need the shad. I don't even see the difference between the shad color and the white color. I just see maybe a little bit of purple flake in there or blue. And it's not going to make a difference. Where's my cart? There we go. All right, let's do this. 2 of those. 2 of those. And you got to get white and chartreuse. You can't not. See, that's what the wife doesn't understand. You can't just not. $125. Might have to adjust that a little bit. I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm going to go through and really make the selections. I think I'm going to get rid of some of these hybrid hunters. I got to keep the chatterbaits. I'm a chatterbait guy. Like, plain and simple, I'm a chatterbait guy. Let's see. Let's see. All right, what time is it? 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's about time. It's about time to call it. All right, I gotta make a purchase. All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys got any questions, just shoot them in the comments. I know I was gonna go live on Tuesday and Thursday, but I think since I missed yesterday and went today, I think I might go Friday. I might do a little Friday and talk about because I'm gonna go fishing Saturday. So maybe I'll do a little tackle prep and stuff like that and go live on Friday night at 8 o'clock. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna get out. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I will see you guys next time, and I look forward to seeing all you guys back here in a couple on the next stream or the next stream after that. And I'll see a lot of you guys on the water here very soon. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. If I can figure out how to end this stream.